that you came to party, baby, 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 baby. Look like we gon' leave this party with somebody else's lady. I know that you came to party, baby, baby, baby.
Welcome to the Roasted New York podcast. I'm Scott Hall.
I'm Dan Wickes.
And we are here with a very special guest today. He's a son of a legend, Mr. Greg Giraldo Jr.
I did it, everyone.
What's up,
Very
Greg?
prestigious list. Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me.
You're one of the best guys battling right now. You've murdered your last few battles.
Thanks, man. Yeah, it's been fun. I think the big crux for me was losing. That's what changed everything.
Do you have what? You just don't like losing?
But what he means is he was started like 5-0 and then he lost his first battle, which you said was freeing.
It was the best. And once you're free, once you lose, you could say whatever you want. Because now it's like, oh, it's not about winning necessarily. It's about having the most
to give
fun
you an
possible.
example, after his first loss, we put him against a black guy.
Yes. Oh, yeah. And I said I could say whatever I want, and they put a black guy in front of me. And then Dan goes, prove it. Say whatever you want.
That's the equivalent of like padding a boxing record. Is like when someone loses and you want them to get their confidence back in roasting. You just put them against a minority or a fat.
I got a fat minority. Hell yeah.
I love that, dude. Who'd you battle last week?
I battled Jelon Turner.
Jerlon.
That was fun. Jelon was a good sport. Jelon showed up. I wish I could think of something less hack. Do I look at the camera or I look at you guys?
It's
do
either
whatever you
fun.
want, buddy.
Scott, you look at us. Scott looks at his phone.
Scott looks at his phone. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a professional.
Not like I'm looking up the prep for the questions I have for the episode. Asshole.
Dude, Scott,
Dan shows up late. We start an argument. We have a real argument.
I'm not saying that this is the level of unprofessional working at, but if these are biographical questions about my dad, I'm leaving.
That's so funny. Yeah, exactly. When did he start wearing vests and bracelets?
You know what? I actually can answer that. It's kind of an interesting answer. So,
really?
Yeah, it's kind of cool. My dad started. He was like a Harvard lawyer nerd when he started. I have his. I don't know if I want to upload them because they're so he would hate them. But I can show you guys. I have tapes of my dad when he started stand up, and they're terrible. He's like this fat Harvard lawyer with a mullet. Because he thought that looked cool. He was married to some dentist at the time.
Yeah.
And then my mom, who's a fashion designer, model, and was waiting tables at Caroline's, they started dating. And it was she did a Pretty Woman on him. She fixed him up. And like 2 years later, he was skinny. He had abs. He had a leather jacket. Like that's how he learned how to dress. And immediately his career took off.
Wow.
Yeah.
You think if he was around today, he would have been wearing like rings, dyed his hair pink?
100%. I don't know about pink. I was gonna say my mom taught me how to dress, which is why I showed up today in shorts and long hair. I don't know. I think honestly, I think my dad's, and maybe I'm fucking corny with this, but I think he had like a very timeless sense of style. Like I really believe he could have dressed the same way today, and it still would have been cool.
When I watch old clips of your dad all the time, like especially when I'm getting ready for a roast or like I have to roast somebody, like just the cadence and the writing and the pacing is just like. He really, we'll get into that, but he was one of the greatest. But the way he dressed is still, it doesn't seem out of place.
No,
I don't think
so
a
at
lot
all.
of people, you watch old clips, you're like, oh, I can tell this is of the time.
Yes.
He dresses like, it's exactly the same. I wonder if Dan, Dan wore bracelets and rings and dyed his hair pink.
I've seen that, yeah. I remember because Dan, in his profile picture, he's got a beard. And I'm like, Dan, you look good with a beard. And he's like, it ruins my character.
Just like that, too, yeah.
For real, it's just I lose all the muscles in my face.
Yeah.
Funny, and the person I learned that lesson from watching a video that stuck with me is Ralphie May. Ralphie May was very concerned about the muscles in his face.
It's the only place you could see any muscle on him. That's probably why.
Dude, he did my like when my dad died, they had this big fundraiser they did at the Beacon, and Ralphie May was on it. And he, like, I couldn't, as like a 10-year-old kid, I couldn't comprehend how funny this guy was. Yeah. Backstage. And he's fat as fuck, obviously. Like he's at 10 years old, he was the fattest person I've ever seen. And he walked backstage.
The fattest person most people have ever seen.
I didn't know what a fupa was until I saw Ralphie May. it didn't make like the fact that his fucking stomach jiggled like it just
and
didn't
was underneath the pants.
It made zero sense to me. And then he comes walking out. He just has. At 10 years old, you see Ralphie May, that's the funniest thing you've ever seen in your entire life. We talked about Dora the Explorer getting fucked. It was insane. Comes backstage.
What?
I know. It was wild.
Dora the Explorer getting fucked.
Yeah.
Oh, that's his bit.
Yeah, that was the bit.
I thought
Not
you were
like
saying like that's like a metaphor.
No.
Talk about Dora the Explorer getting fucked. Like, like, I don't know.
They were fun. But he that was his bad. It destroyed. Obviously, at 10 years old, it's like the one relevant funny thing you could say. He comes backstage and looks like a fat lesbian.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Hey guys, like I'm sorry about your dad." I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much." And he goes, "If you ever want to know about man shit."
That's what he said?
He goes, "If you ever want to know about man shit, like feel free to call me. Like, listen, like your mom seems like a great lady, but sometimes you just want to be a dude, you know? You just want to be a dude and you want someone to call."
I've only heard great things about him. And it turns out his wife, I mean, I'm not going to tell, I don't know. The stuff I've heard about his wife is not great.
Really?
Ralphie May. Yeah, apparently she did a lot of stuff. I mean, I'm sure he wasn't pleasant to be around either.
Yeah.
He's a fat drug addict.
He
so,
is.
He like broke up with her like right after getting out of the hospital or like or in the hospital or something. I think she wrote a song about getting dumped by him.
I just know that she did a lot of stuff with his body, like took all the money, wouldn't buy a tombstone and do all this stuff. Like his friends had to buy him a tombstone and
That's
some other stuff.
insane.
It was a great episode.
I mean, in
with,
fairness, that's probably a pretty expensive casket.
That's true. But yeah, there's an episode of it might be down now, but Joey Diaz did one with the guys that were his openers.
Mm-hmm.
And they all just talked about his wife kind of. I guess something happened about a documentary with him, and then they wanted to speak their piece about it too. But anyway, that's pretty surprising that I always wondered, and again, with this whole episode is not going to be a referendum on your father, but the questions I kind of do have is like how because the general perception of everybody who's in comedy is that your dad was kind of like a recluse. And as an addict myself, I know that you can kind of be. Yeah.
What? You got it all together.
That's very, very funny. but it just seems. I'm surprised to hear that you were at gigs with him or that you got to kind of be around him.
Yeah, I mean, it's funny. The duality of my dad as a guy is really so interesting, especially as his son and as a comic.
How old were you when he passed?
I was 10.
Okay.
So, like I said, like when my dad started comedy, he was a Harvard nerd.
Yeah.
And that never really left him. Like he always was had a great work ethic. He always read every morning. The way he wrote a lot of his jokes, even when I was with him, is he would like wake up and read the paper for 2 hours and then write jokes about everything on there.
Oh wow.
Which is a very regimented,
methodical,
way to get that out. And like even on Tough Crowd, everyone talks about like he was always the guy that was prepared. He was always the guy that got in everyone else's ass.
I know you know the Dennis Leary clip.
Yep, I was thinking about that.
Well,
Yeah, the Dennis Leary where
that was off the cup, of course. But yeah, exactly. That he talked about that like I always have my shit prepared beforehand.
Yeah.
But you're right. He also.
Well, I mean, it was off the cuff. He wasn't prepared for Dennis Leary to throw a fit at him for being prepared.
Yes. I know everyone said it, but credit to Leary too. He's been nothing but like cool to my family since that has come out. I think he came to my dad's wake and was like, "Hey, like your dad was the man. Like you made me look like a dumbass on TV."
He said that.
He did.
It's so funny to bring that up though. After he's like, it's still sad.
But I think like that was one of their X amount of interactions we had, and he looks back on that, and even being who he was like, I lost that one. You know what I mean?
You have to respect it too.
Exactly. And he was like, you know what, comic to comic, like fuck, fine. I think what I love about this too is ultimately like, if someone gets a laugh.
Yeah.
You got to take the L.
Well, that's why Roast Battle, we were talking about it before, like stand-up versus roasting, and I was like, podcasting is what I do the most, but Roast Battle, because he was asking just about, like, being around the club and how much comedy I see and all this stuff, and it's like, yeah, but Roast Battle is something where it just feels more genuine. It feels like home. It feels like when someone bombs, you can talk shit.
Oh, it's the best.
It is like Tough Crowd. It's the closest thing to that kind of dynamic. Where
yeah.
These are all people that know each other. They know each other's background stories intimately. And like you can make jokes that almost nobody would understand. Like me and Dan do poke at each other in a way that like only really some people in the Discord and some comics in the room know. So it's just a very genuine.
I happen to know though they do like even if they don't know what we're talking about, they love your reactions.
Well, that's I like being a punching bag. I do think it's fun.
Dude,
it's so fun to like get. I like it. I'm hamming it up a little bit. I don't actually care.
I had a friend be like Chris, the guy who got the battle above me last week.
Yeah, I love
friend of mine
Chris.
from out of town. He like because roast is such a communal thing. He was talking to me over the phone before he got here. He was like, "How's this a bomb line? That joke died harder than Greg's father." And I'm like, I think that'll work, but for like half the room.
Chris was great.
It would have been great if you went up before him.
That's what I mean. If I'm not up yet, like you would probably still laugh.
Yeah.
but it's just the most out of pocket thing.
It's not. Yeah, I will say I don't think that's a funny line abstractly, but in Chris's voice and delivery, it might be pretty funny.
Exactly. Because it's just so out of nowhere.
Yeah, just like this sweet, kind father can kill.
But you were saying, so your dad, you were talking about how methodical he is, but he also had another.
Yeah, I mean, he was very obviously also an addict.
Sure.
I never really saw that side of him that much.
Well, I also wonder how much you register when you're 10. Not to interrupt again, but
Please.
Well, it's you have. Yeah, I mean, when you're 10 years old, I mean, did you have a 8, 9, 10? Because he was already touring when you were growing up, or did you see him before he was really?
A little bit. I mean, yeah. I mean, the other thing is, my understanding is the road used to be different in that he would go somewhere for 5 days, right?
Yeah.
Versus now you're there for maybe 3.
Yeah.
Where he would go for the whole week, and then he would spend 2 days doing something, and then he would spend 5 days somewhere else. So if you do that, it's pretty easy to not see your family for 2 weeks.
Sure.
And then he would just get fucked up and do benders on the road. So he never really brought it home.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I was not around it that much. I mean, obviously, I went to rehab when he was there. Like,
you visited him?
I visited him, yeah. And when he was relapsing, in retrospect, he would get like irrationally angry over certain things. But for the most part, like I never thought of him like that because it just wasn't around.
Yeah.
Me. Like he was pretty good about keeping it on the road. Like my family, and he was, again, not to harp on this too much, but like, dude went to Harvard. He had his shit together in a lot of ways, and his family really does too. And I think he really valued that. So all the like comic craziness, he did his best to keep away from us.
That's good to hear, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scott, I think you should take some notes for Roast Battle.
Yes, your dad was a drug addict, but also one of the greatest, most talented, creative comics of all time. What is Scott's excuse?
I knew that was gonna go for me or Scott. I didn't
I had moments. I edit.
Scott, we're both underachieving here.
Give me another couple of years. I'll either figure it out or I'll overdose. I'm sober. 200 days.
Wow.
But what was your so I guess growing up like that, did you register like doing comedy? Was that something that you wanted to do?
Not really.
Yeah.
I always, even now, it's kind of contrary to a lot of my instincts.
Doing comedy?
Yeah, because I don't like the comedy I like, but I don't like the idea of fame. Like I think just the idea of like everyone look at me. I think that's so self-indulgent. We're also in
like at that time I think it was a little bit more abstract, and like the thought of you could be famous, you could be a celebrity was like a little bit kind of like, well, there's a bunch of work involved. It's a little bit unattainable, where it's like now I pull out my phone and I talk about my penis or whatever the fuck. Yeah. Or like whatever the news story is, and you have a million followers immediately.
Exactly.
And so it's like I could be famous. Everybody's chasing fame and not art.
For sure. I think the more that I do this, the more that I'm like, it was always kind of the same. Like, unfortunately, especially with social media, it is kind of a race to the bottom, whereas like who can deprave themselves more. Like if we
for attention.
Yeah, like if we all for this podcast like lathered ourselves in leather, ran outside and just tried to hug random people. Yeah. That would go viral. Yeah. You know what I mean? But we're stopping ourselves from doing that.
When we do the
Eric Asker special. Okay.
Hey, no, he wouldn't ask, but
I also couldn't get him to do a podcast either. We had a very successful one that he had to stop because he had to do ketamine therapy.
Oh, God.
Well, I mean, that's on you. Maybe you should have forced him to do the podcast.
Eric, this is your love language.
Has become the rapee.
On camera.
See how much this gets cut out? Probably just the names.
Eric, this podcast is recorded, court ordered.
The problem is he's through the floor can hear.
Oh, is he? I feel like I'm not good enough friends to sling these jokes, but
whatever, dude.
I hope he'd be okay with it.
Roast Battle New York. Yeah, so it is kind of a race to the bottom. I mean, that is a large part of the reason that I've kind of backed off. I just don't post a lot. I used to do a lot more stuff, but then I realized like it's just so gross to see someone that you respect or that you find to be really talented kind of pivot into this thing that just happens to be working online.
Yeah.
Or like one of the things that got me, and this isn't throwing shots, but like Dov Davidoff?
I do.
He's someone that I loved very, very much, and I would just and also being in production, and I was bartending at the Cellar when I first started at comedy, or moved to New York anyway. Seeing these legends sit around a table being like, yeah, so Instagram Reels is when it's vertical and TikTok's like a completely different thing, and they're trying to figure out how to do it. And then I'm watching them have these conversations, having these conversations with them. And then I go home and I'm like on the Instagram, and it's like Dov Davis is like, all right, Marcus Aurelius quote of the week. And I'm like, why are you doing that?
Shut the fuck up. That's what he's doing?
Yeah, he did that. He did that for a little bit. It was like stoic quote of the week.
You know what's crazy though is I saw the opposite, which I would argue is worse.
What's
like you would
that?
have dudes sitting, at least they're trying. Like when I worked at the Cellar too. I don't know if we've talked about.
Oh,
that.
I don't think we ever did.
I waited tables there. But like seeing all these older comics sit around a table and be like, it's all about these followers, and then they'd go up and they'd do their same set they've been doing for 20 years.
Yeah.
And then they would complain that their career's not changing. Because at least you're trying, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's
what started to get me to post. It's like, all right, if you really want to do this, you gotta lean in.
Also,
right?
if you're depressed about the whole methodical, like what works attitude and like methodology, you know who for sure would have been doing that is Greg Giraldo.
What?
He would have woken up every morning, looked at the newspaper. All right, here's what I'm posting today.
Some front-facing reels.
Dude, it's I mean, it is the thing of legends though, but the what ifs are massive.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it's part of me is in this individual sense. The nice thing about someone being dead is they sort of become a martyr, and that everyone just idealizes every aspect of them.
Exactly.
And he was the best guy, but like
I can't remember who has that bit about how like if Kurt Cobain was still alive, he would have been doing Budweiser commercials. Which I actually don't think that's true for Kurt Cobain, but like someone like Hendrix for sure.
yeah.
No, but Kurt Cobain would have been Dylan Mulvey.
A lot of people do think that. Oh yeah, Amber talked about that when we had her on 69.
I forgot about Amber. What were you gonna say?
Yeah, I mean it's so he's everyone's like he would have been putting out this brilliant stuff, and he would have been, but like I'm sure he would have also had some like he did.
He's a human.
Well, honestly, I was gonna say he also did blackface on TV twice. You know what I mean? Like that shit's good. And honestly, it's like pretty funny. But like, it's a pretty good skit. And like, but you know, he would have had to deal with that, and maybe that would have made some people turn against him. Now, my dad he was also in a cool pre-Trump position where I think both liberals and conservatives really like him, especially modern conservatives.
Sure.
'Cause I feel like so much of the modern like youth conservative identity is like, I don't give a fuck, I'm not offended, like all about edgy jokes, kill Tony, whatever. And my dad did that, but also like he's from New York, he understood how to speak that language, like. Honestly, a lot of the points he made on stage were fairly progressive, so liberals loved him too. I feel like that's so hard to find these days. Someone that everyone on both sides, like he was brilliant.
There is a thing where, and I do think it's less and less, but and he again, not to just harp on it, but he was in a position where the closest thing to like a modern Hicks Carlin type, where it's like he's being funny, he is making good points. And it's not to the benefit of the left or the right. He's just talking about society in a way that is relatable. And now it's like the closest thing you have is like you know these people in Austin. Yeah, Josh Denny. Yeah, what's I
would argue it's Dan Wickes outside. The stuff he's too afraid to bring to stage.
But I mean right now
he's too afraid to bring to stage the comics at the Comedy Village bombed again.
You know what? I actually meant to tell you this before, and this on there. You should your Donald Trump Knicks joke. I would front facing that right now. I just to fucking throw it online because it would trend immediately.
What is it?
I mean, the joke was about them being bad, but now that I guess so, this was when they were bad. Like I would go like, all right, let me try to get the room on my side. I hate Donald Trump, and goes, yeah, all right, we're connecting. I really hate Donald Trump. Yeah, all right, let's go a little further. I want to see Donald Trump hanging from the rafters at Madison Square Garden. Yeah. So as he turns from orange to blue, we can all pretend the Knicks are a good franchise again.
Nice.
I think that would trend right now.
But it's yeah. I guess I'd have to figure out. I mean, it would probably get my account banned.
It would. That was the big concern, honestly.
Yeah. He didn't say anything about Israel. I think it'd be fun.
We killed him.
As he turns from white to blue, we can celebrate.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Got like 8 dead babies hanging next to him.
But my point is with your dad stuff is like, what are the closest people we have to that think they're doing smart like political takes or like culturally relevant takes are like these guys in Austin, and it's like, but they're at political rallies. They picked a side.
Yeah.
And it's like you are not poking fun at the system anymore if you've picked a side.
Yeah, no.
It's like you're a part of the political theater. And I just don't.
Especially now, and like I said, especially because like say what you will, it's become like edgy comedy has become a part of the political identity. I would argue predominantly for a lot of like right wing figure these days, right?
Sure.
Like there's a reason that Hinchcliffe opened Trump's rally. It's because he wanted to get that young male fan base, and it worked. Whatever.
Yeah. Don't we all?
Yeah, honestly. And also, I don't even blame Hinchcliffe for taking the gig too. A lot of people.
Really?
I'm so okay with it. Yeah, it's a gig. Who cares?
Why?
It's not a fucking job.
Yeah.
It's not.
It's okay, but don't you think that like you can't? Yeah, Hinchcliffe is not. I guess is maybe exempt from that. I don't think it's the doing the job that's the issue. I think it's the things you say before.
And also, to be clear, he didn't do the job.
He did fine.
I retract everything I said.
He almost. There was a second there where we thought he not did the job. We thought he was doing Kamala's job.
Yeah, he might have not done the job. In that respect.
Yeah, I don't know.
What are your thoughts on this?
I liked it. No, I didn't have any problem with it. I didn't think the set
but it was
good
a
or
bad
It definitely
joke.
didn't help. Yeah,
It was a
the
bad
Puerto Rico
joke.
stuff. But that's what I mean. Don't get fucking involved. Well, you can't call yourself an arbiter of comedy or like, yeah, we're part of this crew. We're like the new generation of Bill Hicks and blah, 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 and then do that.
Yeah,
that's my issue. Because I go, no, you're part of it.
I agree.
Same thing with Rogan. Like, Rogan's got fucking Lenny Bruce's mic in his green room, yet he's
that's really
stumping for like one side as the thing. And I'm like, they would hate you.
Yeah, but that's
which
really
is
cool.
fine. Do what you want. You know, Rogan's
not for this, but independent of that, the fact that he has the mic in his green room,
amazing.
that's so sick.
He's got that. Dan would know. He's never been the green. He's not
Yeah, Dan would. Dan, how are the brooms?
We're not allowed. But yeah, man, your dad was great. But no part of when you were growing up, did you ever want to do stand up? You were like, oh, I want to do this. Did you have any sense of what he's doing?
Nah.
And when did you start to have a sense of that and maybe start to think that you were going to try it?
Oh man, Dan, have I ever told you my intro to stand up story?
No.
So I did like 3 open mics in high school, and I did it under a fake name. And I went with my like hyper liberal Jewish Upper West Side friends.
Okay.
And we went to an open mic, and went with this like dweeby, like I don't know how to describe him other than he goes like yeah, like a little Jewish guy, glasses, computer science dude. We call him Diffles.
Okay, I love that.
I know. Yeah, he's the man. I love. Shout out Diff. We show up to open mic at Cellar 77.
Yes, I remember that.
And immediately he gets on stage. I get on stage and bomb with some nonsense. And then Diffles gets on stage and goes, well, here's why liberals are struggling to connect in the Midwest. It's like 18-year-old Jewish kid. And even at the time, I was like, dude, no one wants to fucking hear this at all. This is trash. But after that, I was like, all right, well, I got to be the opposite of that. So I would just get wasted before every single open mic, meaning the one other that I did.
Yeah.
I got drunk beforehand. Immediately before, someone was like, we have Greg, and I signed up online, so my fake name didn't register. We have Greg Giraldo Jr., and the whole crowd goes, oh! And I go, not related. And everyone goes, oh. And then I go on stage, eat my dick, of course.
Yeah.
Get off stage.
Do you remember any of the jokes?
You did this at
Actually, you know what? Some of them are online. That's hilarious. I have some of the
Send them
videos.
to me.
Wait, where was this?
This was who's the guy before me? Josh Dawes.
So you did this at Caravan
wow.
Dreams.
Maybe it
I
was in the
was
back
there.
of a Chinese food restaurant.
No, it was a vegan spot. I was there because I remember the announcement. You saying no relation.
Dan was like, I'll get my hooks in this guy.
Well, the story's got to get a lot more tragic.
Dude, we did a lot of bullying at that mic, by the way. Don't feel bad. I'll
I
tell
don't
you
feel bad at
another
all, but I was
bullying
18
story
years old. I felt like I had some secret
Now,
exposed.
keep
Honestly,
going.
in retrospect, maybe if you didn't bully me, I would have stuck with it. I would have been successful by now.
No, dude, me and Alvin used to go to that mic every week.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
As
but
long as you don't end up on worst of the week, you'll be
sorry, keep telling the story. But I was there.
Yeah.
I was at that mic.
That's hilarious. What a weird connection. But anyway, I've bombed, of course. I mean, like I said, I have the video we can watch. I did better than my friends.
You
But
probably pick out my laugh.
what?
My sarcastic
How can
laugh.
I forget you?
That's true.
But we, of course,
my dreams every night.
yeah. Damn, man, that's so funny. Honestly, like, an alternate path, I would have stuck with it, and that would have been such a cool memory.
Yeah.
But what happened instead was my girlfriend at the time was like, "Oh, you're doing open mics? Like, are you good?" And I was like, "No." And she was like, "Okay, like, well, do 2 more, and then I want to come see you." And I didn't have time to do 2 more, so she came to see me my next mic. I pounded probably like 4 shots of vodka in high school in the bathroom before I got on stage.
You're your dad's
I got
son.
on stage. Minus the bombing that I did. Spoiler. But honestly, to me, I was like, I'm channeling him, and then I just got on stage drunk and fucking like ate it. I did the open mic like movie cliche where I was like, I'm just gonna get up there and speak the truth.
Yeah.
And of course, everyone was like, "What the fuck are you?" I just like got nervous and rambly and sweaty. I got off stage 2.5 minutes early. Me and my girlfriend rode home in a taxi ride together. Didn't say one word.
I was gonna say in silence.
Said
too.
no words.
Oh, that's
for
a rough ride.
25 minutes. I had the handle of vodka still in my hand, and oh my god, this is so vulnerable. And she goes, we get to my house, and she goes, "Well, I thought you were good." I think I literally went, "Shut up," and went like this.
And also
finished the handle.
I
That's
can
a rough
confirm
ride,
it was
yeah,
a very hostile environment while he was up there. We were
Yeah, you were there.
Yeah, thanks.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Thanks for is this reparations for tanking my career at 8 years old? Is bringing me on now. Thanks, Dan.
That's why Dan was asking for the iPad. He has the videos. He already had
They're
them.
actually on YouTube. I could totally pull them up after.
So when you first did it, so you did have some trepidation about using your name.
yeah, I mean, I just like, I figured I was probably gonna be bad.
Yeah. Of course, everyone's bad when they
Yeah.
start.
By the way, after the high school thing, I didn't do it again for another, I guess, after COVID.
So you were in high school at that mic?
I was in high school at that
Wow,
moment, or I
that's
just
crazy.
graduated.
All right.
And then I when I started again, I was in my senior year of college. So that was
Yeah.
2022.
Damn, that's a long break. Well, what made you get on stage?
The first time,
Yeah.
actually, my friend did it in Utah, and he was like, "We should all do it." And I was like, "All right."
No, like, your dad, none of that?
Kinda. I mean, it was like,
Not to whatever, but it's like, I would assume a lot of people
you would
who's-
think. I mean,
yeah.
it's definitely subconsciously in there. I actually wanted to be a YouTuber at the time.
Of course.
I know. I was in high school.
No, but everyone, yeah, that's the thing.
And I think I just always wanted to do something creative, but I was like too afraid to admit it to myself.
Yeah.
And then Dan Wicks called me a faggot. And
To be fair, you really.
then I
Let's go beat
closeted
him,
for
no.
another 4 years. Thanks.
We were mean, but we could have been much meaner. There was a short guy who used to go up and do the same set every week. One week we just all did his jokes back at him.
You leave Omri alone.
It wasn't Omri, it was a different short guy that Greg knows.
Oh my god.
Who, Brooks?
No,
Sam?
no. I would just. I'll just say the comics have always been bad at the Comedy Village.
Did you ever see Phil 987 at the comedy that Caravan of Dreams mic?
Yep. I mean, I've seen Phil around a long time. I've known Phil for over 10 years.
Dude, I've oh my god, yeah. I've like this I want edited out for clarification. But I've used Phil to get laid like 3 times.
Wow.
Wow, how'd you do that?
Because I'm like, open mics are crazy. Here's how they're crazy. And I have this. I don't know.
Yeah.
Have
Why
I
do you need that edited out?
have I told? Well,
Okay, let's hear the
Well,
story.
that's
and
not
we'll see
name.
I
why.
don't want
the
the
name.
girls watching this and realize this is a move. But I one of them I saw Phil do an open mic it was like 3 months into comedy on the Upper West Side at like 4 p.m. or something.
Us, and to be clear to everybody, should I explain Phil before we do this?
Please, yeah, please.
Phil is a very sweet boy.
Sweet boy.
But he is a schizophrenic Chinese guy who tells very racist, sexist, and homophobic jokes. Very tight writing. Always very clearly defined stuff. Well, not always, but when he does, he clearly knows how to structure a joke. They are just unfortunately all sexist, racist, and homophobic.
Very sexist. His opener at this mic at the Upper West Side was I am pro rape because I think it is God's way of punishing women for feminism.
I remember that one.
He violently talks about rape for 2 minutes,
Yes.
and then
Guy's doing
does
my
it. What? Yeah, honestly, quoted you, and then talks about the Holocaust. Says the Holocaust isn't real, and then does 2 minutes of how it's not real, but if it was, the Jews would deserve it.
Yeah.
And anytime a joke bombed, he would just have a tick and go, Jews, Jews. And after the mic, this super duper sweet Jewish girl, like 22-year-old, pulls him aside and he's like, hey, like, I know what you're doing is ironic, but just so you know, my grandparents died in the Holocaust. And when you say things like that, I know you're trying to be humorous, but, you know, it can really hurt people like me. So just, I know it's ironic, but do your best to let everyone know that it's a joke. Maybe do your best to like let people in on the joke. And as this woman is talking to Phil, every word you said, Phil just keeps going, Jews, Jews.
I like this guy.
It was pretty funny. And then actually after, Phil comes up to me and is like, these comics suck, right, Greg Giraldo Jr.? And I'm like,
Phil's very.
Me and you, buddy.
against
Also,
the world,
great
Phil.
thing about Phil, he always messages me Merry Christmas.
Phil's the man. I have no idea from
Yeah,
where.
but does he ever message you Happy Hanukkah? That's the real question.
Happy Hanukkah, psych.
Not. Happy Hanukkah. He sends you that for 8 days straight. That'd be the good bit. Yeah, man. That's crazy though that you didn't. I guess you were young though. Did your mom ever talk about your father or anything?
Yeah,
like that?
yeah. No, I mean, I was always around it. I just like, I was a very introverted kid, and I think like, I don't know. I think comedy at the time seems like such a social thing.
Sure.
And every comedian I
Yeah.
always meant to like if you're a kid, they're kind of a lot. Like comics were scary, honestly, because I would be like 14 years old, and they would be like putting their arms around me, trying to run bits, being like, your dad was a legend, your dad used to do this back in the day.
So how were you spending time around comics if he had already passed and you were just
That
was just your
my
mom's
mom knew all of
friends?
them, yeah, and
Yeah.
she was a waitress at Caroline's, so she knew all
Still.
of them. No, but she knew them from back in the day.
Yeah.
and like they were family friends. A lot of comics, like
Yeah.
like Tom Papa's someone that I've grown up around, that I've grown up around as kids. Like
he was around a lot.
he was around a lot. I actually got to freaking respond to his daughter's play invite. But people like that, like those, they were always in my life.
So
Yeah.
his
That's
daughter's
really
in
cool.
the play. Who's the comedic offspring who's doing the most creatively?
We'll find out. We're going to a play. I'll report back. Maybe I should plug her play. I don't really have anything myself.
That's cool to grow up around comics though.
Yeah, well, I mean, I
Just
think
the sensibility where your parents are always like a little loose, like your mom.
You have
and
a
that.
bunch
That's
of
true.
negative role models.
honestly, yeah, because I'm like at the time I was so averse to. I didn't like the idea, the whole idea of fame. Look at me, all that. That just so,
Yeah.
like just the idea of thinking that kind of person that would think that way. I just wouldn't want to be around at that age.
Sure.
Because I was so in the mindset of like, just like keep to yourself, be quiet, do your job,
slamming
move
your
on.
door and
Yeah.
locking yourself in your room.
Honestly,
and listening.
yeah, but-
yeah, I know. Yeah, you're an angsty kid.
You're an angsty kid, and the shit that you respect is like the dude in his room who like plays guitar by himself, and then
Yeah.
the first time he's asked to do it, he's a prodigy. And at
Yeah.
the time, you didn't understand like that's not really the best way to get good at something, right? It's like
Yeah.
kind of being extroverted and being around people and failing, like that is a good trait in order to develop a skill.
Yeah. I have that. It's addict. It's bullshit behavior, and it's from my childhood and stuff. But I hide. I'm so comfortable alone. But
Yeah.
it's the most scared thing you can do. Is to
It
not
is.
put yourself out there, not have a lot of friends, not like be vulnerable. It's like you're really just scared to be vulnerable, and you're acting like you're the stoic, cool guy, and it's like, but that's not really good for anybody or
You're nailing it.
yourself.
Yeah,
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, I know. It's fucking
Yeah,
Hey.
and for the record too, those guys were always super cool, and like I loved being around them. But
Of course.
But just like being around a comedy club in general was intimidating. Whenever they would like come over to dinner, and that was great. Like
Yeah.
I loved being around them individually, but it was just like the whole vibe of a comedy club, like shucking and jiving.
It's just everyone's on all the time.
It was
and,
at
like,
14. It was just too much.
Yeah, you're just like, what is it? And also,
Yeah.
I wonder if did you feel pressure to like keep up? Or you just like,
Yeah,
do you
a
find them
little bit.
annoying? We're just like, what is this? Can we just be normal for one night?
I think I had like the way worse version where I was like, I'm the son of a legend. Like I'm too good for if you don't make me laugh.
Really?
Like, it was the gayest, stupidest bullshit.
That's so funny.
But I was 14, so like,
No,
like
but you're
I was a loser.
grasping to any type of like, ego, any type of thing you can do to give yourself worth.
Exactly, yeah.
So it's
Yeah.
like that. It manifested like that, of course. But that's so funny. I just imagine you in like a backwards Kangol.
Yeah, no, you're nailing it. Meanwhile, I was in like honestly this exact outfit, like, in the back of a comedy club.
Yeah, a son son of a legend still doesn't know to not wear shorts.
You're allowed to wear shorts.
John Marcos paved the way.
I would never see Dan in shorts for being honest.
Oh God,
Nah.
I wouldn't.
His knees clacking.
I would
together.
never. I would
Jesus.
never. I'm a professional.
How much would the back of his legs shake?
I know. They're probably hard as
That's
rocks.
yeah, I've gotten that for like my
Probably got some really
calves.
hard calves from walking the
Yeah.
front of his feet his whole life.
You think one of his legs is bigger than the other?
Yeah, probably. So when you started working at the Cellar, was that like you did that when you? I guess you've always lived in New York, right?
I did, yeah. That was. It was literally post COVID. It was my first summer job.
I must have
Not
worked there
first
like
summer job,
right
but it was-
after you.
Yeah, I was there, worked there 2021 before I was a comic.
I started that's like kind of when I started comedy. I moved here and I started bartending maybe a year after that at the Cellar.
Yeah,
So
it was my
probably
first
right
summer
away.
job post COVID. It was my first.
Did
summer
everyone?
job.
Did they like? How was Liz? How was everyone with you? Did
They
they
were
treat
awesome.
you any different? Did the comics like dote on you? Do a lot of?
A little bit.
And
I
I'm
mean,
sure
I
you
think,
knew some of them. As
Yeah,
well.
I think like honestly, a lot of comics kids work there, so I think
Yeah,
I think
true.
it's pretty standard. People were very nice, of course, but I think it was very much like I was also 20. I think maybe I was 20. I was turning 21 that summer, so like I didn't really want to hang out with a 20-year-old kid. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially post COVID, I was weird. I was still pretty introverted. So everyone was very nice to me. They were cool. They would come aside. They would talk to me. But ultimately, like, you know how it is. They're there to do a job, right? They just kind of want to do their set and get out.
Yeah, of course. I just wonder if you have any trepidation. It's just that you have a unique position where it's like everybody already assumes they know something about you, or like your name. You walk into a room and someone says your name, and it's like you're associated with this thing that people can't really get out of their brain. Like, so you get treated. I just wonder. I mean, I guess you can't know how it would be to not have that.
Sure.
But
From Scott Hall, the wrestler.
Yeah.
what is that like
Whenever I want to know what it means to not be anything, I just look at you, Scott. And then I say, what about that?
everyone's banned from this club.
Was it the shorts? Is that what did
Go
it?
hang out with Eric. Let me know how you guys are doing in Austin.
Hey, Scott, I don't consent.
That doesn't mean anything in this building. But yeah, I don't know. I guess that's cool. But you hadn't started stand up then, so I guess it wasn't. Because now they're hiring comics that are actually doing stand up.
I know, which is, I mean, that was so the opposite approach. I guess when we started,
Yeah,
they didn't want any comics working there.
They didn't. I told them at a podcast and I was doing some stuff, and they were like, "All right, just don't." Liz was just like, "Just don't fucking
Yeah.
bother people. Like, don't make it weird."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah." And I never brought it up. I didn't really ever, until I quit. But
Oh, it's I don't know if this was in Scott's list of questions, but I was curious. How'd your family feel when you started doing stand up?
They were great. They were super cool. They're very supportive. My mom, like I said, she's been around it my whole life. Like, she never tried to hide it. For my high school, every year they did a fundraiser, and I think it was it was either at the Cellar or Gotham, but literally, I think it was at the Cellar. Literally, they were just like, we would just have the Cellar for a night, and they would just do a show for all the parents at my high school, and it was a fundraiser for the high school. And like, I would go every year, and I would always meet all the comics, and I was always around because of that. So they've always been around the world. They've always loved it. My mom also loves comedy.
yeah, of course.
So yeah. So they were very supportive. They were all very cool.
Do you because you do a lot of roasts now?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
I do. I
the way
hated
you
it at
answer.
first. I think I've only really started liking it the last 2 times. Honestly, since I've lost.
Yeah.
Because when you're winning, it's like being kind of static and stiff and just
pressure.
Yeah, there's pressure, just like keep the streak going. But now that I've lost, it's just really about having the most fun as possible.
Sure.
And like, you obviously you're still gonna do your best. But ultimately, I think as much shit as we've been giving him, Eric's a great roaster.
He
right?
is, yeah, of course.
And he's someone who like will go for the really stupid, ridiculous bits, and sometimes they'll come back to bite him. But he went for him, you know what I mean? And when they hit, they're way more fun. And honestly, if you swing like that and you miss, it's also kind of fun.
Yeah.
So I would way rather do that than fucking middle
Your
of the
last
road
2
shit.
battles have stood out a lot.
What's up?
I said your last couple battles have stood out a lot.
Yeah, thanks.
You
They've-
seem like you're fun. You seem a little bit looser. Your comebacks are good. You just seem so much more confident. Not that you weren't before, but you seem a little bit like.
Oh, I wasn't before.
Well, when someone says something, you get like a face where you're like, "Oh my god, he's about to fucking."
Oh, thanks.
Like he has something loaded, and it's like
Well,
excited.
shucks.
Yeah.
That was very nice, Scott. I feel bad. I feel bad. I was mean to you before.
says-
Why?
where I
I don't
like-
care. This was.
My favorite Greg thing is the hand behind the back. He used to do it with the
Oh, yeah.
packet.
Oh,
and now he
man.
doesn't even hold the packet. It's just there. I like it. it's like you're gonna hit someone with like a ninja star or a pizza or something.
I do have my like autistic twix. I've noticed that about myself is whenever like I want people to cheer for me, I think it's my way of like still staying in the moment but not getting too loose. Is whenever something goes my way, I go like,
Yeah.
it's really stupid.
Yeah, but it's showing you have fun. It's showing
I
you
kinda
have
like
fun.
it.
Like,
Yeah.
do whatever you're comfortable with. Is there anybody that you like watch or listen to kind of get like inspiration from? Like someone that cadence you like, or the jokes you like, or someone you're just like, I'm gonna watch these battles or these roasts to kind of get in the mindset.
Honestly, it's you, Scott. No, it's Dan.
Yeah, right.
it's Dan. It's Dan. I when I first started,
Really?
yeah, it was Dan. Yeah.
Wow.
I watched the battle with him and Asmus, and that was for my first battle. I wrote without running jokes by anyone, and they were
Sure.
all terrible. And then I saw the battle with him and Asmus, and that was kind of my North Star. It was. I tried to do my dad for a little bit, but the format of a Comedy Central roast and a
Much
roast
different,
battle,
sure.
it's so different.
Yeah.
Like there's a lot of overlap, of course, and a good joke is a good joke.
Yeah.
But a lot of the stuff he did there, a lot of the jokes were like making a joke about someone immediately in front of you and then making it about someone else on the dais.
Yeah.
And that just doesn't work at all in roast battle. It doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense. So it was my dad, but it's such a different sport. So
Yeah.
it was, for a while it was Dan.
That's what Dan needs, dude. More
Even
a bigger head.
Well, here's don't worry, we'll break his ego down somewhere. It's actually fucked me because now I don't write tags. So thanks, so thanks, Dan.
That explains
Eggs
the-
are
that-
overrated.
That explains you waving your hand around behind your back and over your head.
Speaking of awkward on stage,
Yeah, exactly. Awesome, dude. Dan, do you have
yeah.
any roast questions for?
Yeah. I guess those are those are the main. I talking about the Jeffrey thing. I'm glad that we got to do that. I did get to do that before Jeffrey got too big because he is. I do think he's like one of the most brilliant stand-ups working right now.
See how quiet he got? He could barely get it out.
I don't know who he's talking about.
Oh yeah,
Asmus.
Asmus.
Oh, Jeffrey. Yeah.
But yeah.
He's great. Now he won't answer anyone's
Yeah.
texts. He's good.
He's been answering my texts. He's
Wow.
Been, he's the man. And another roast thing I think I wanted to ask was, so you were saying that earlier you don't like the idea of fame, but I guess this is like a tangential roast question. But you're clearly trying. You're like posting. You're doing all the stuff.
Yeah,
And even
man.
the idea of getting the roasting for you was like part of like you figured this would be a fan base you could connect with, right?
Maybe. I think so. Honestly, what sold it for me when I first started more so, I started about a year ago, was I saw, because a lot of the roasts I'd done before, literally someone gets on stage and says fag and retard, and
Yeah.
that destroys. I'm like, I don't want to do that. That's just boring. Yeah. None of us would ever want to do something so crass.
But those roast shows are not serious. They're unserious.
yeah, and
Not to be. They're fun,
sure.
but it's not exactly like a writing career
No,
move.
and
Yeah.
I don't think that is the kind of thing that is going to lend itself to real stand up.
Yes.
What sold me on it was I saw some of the RBL shows where they had very good comics that I respected doing jokes that weren't just roast comics.
Like Michael Kaufman, Priya Blonde.
Just the heavy hitters, honestly. just the elitist of the elite. By the way, slightly tangential, but when I walked into the Cellar, I'm nervous because it's a Cellar. You're
Yeah.
nervous and it was cool because your staff, so like you hug everyone there, you say hi, blah blah blah. But you're still scared because you're a comic and you're walking into the Cellar.
Yeah.
And literally there was this table of like 8 disabled people, and Chris Crespo holds up a chicken wing and is like, "Over here." I was like, "All right." Not nervous anymore.
We
Thanks,
definitely
guys.
bring a very new energy to the Olive Tree when before the shows.
I got at the losers table.
Roast battles tonight. Someone get out the wheelchair
Dude,
ramp.
when we have when we do Cleveland, Toronto, that's gonna be crazy. Just all these big fat fucks.
The VU is gonna have to clear out the elevator.
Freight
to let
elevator,
people
yeah. It's a roast RBL featuring a crane.
Was that someone called that guy fat, the Cleveland battler, and he got like indignant about it? It's like you're fat as fuck, dude.
Which
I don't
which
know.
one?
The guy with the
I mean, the super fat. Dave Herron's usually very cool about it. So I don't think it was Dave Herron.
we watched some battle where I think it might have been Dave. So, but someone called him fat. Maybe it was on RBL Weekly, but it was very recent, and he got called fat, and he was like made a face like. Wasn't uncouth, but he made a face like that.
Yeah,
that was
for
like, "What do you mean I'm fat?" And it's like, "You're fucking fat as shit."
Yeah, I don't think it was Cleveland. They all know. They're
see.
about it. They love it.
It'll be in the episode. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see a fat guy pretend he's not fat.
What were we talking
it's-
about before? We had something.
you were saying it was nerve wracking to go back into the cellar.
Before that?
Oh,
Started
you're
doing
talking about-
roasts.
yeah.
Yes. I started. I saw like. I look back at some of the shows and I was like, oh, it's not a coincidence that the people that are the best at this are also the best comics. There's not an 100% overlap. There's definitely some people that are good at this that aren't the best comics, and I think that's like we know who they are.
Well, it's great writing. They're great
Exactly.
writers.
But you
either,
would
at
see
least.
like honestly Asmus crushes, right?
Yeah.
That was like it's not a coincidence. He's an amazing comedian. Broussard destroys, not an amazing comedian. Katie Boyle had that amazing one, and I was
Yeah.
like, okay, like this makes sense that
Yeah.
these guys are so funny and they're good at this as well because joke writing is universal.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I was a little disappointed that you were saying about how you're not afraid of fame and stuff. I thought we were gonna have a nice conversation about like, yeah, of course we want to pop off with this stuff. Because
Oh.
last week we had JP on, he was talking about, yeah, and I just had to realize that I'm not gonna get anything out of this, and you do it because you're like, no, I want to be famous. What are we talking about?
Well, now I want to be famous. Yeah, it's sort of begrudgingly. Now I want it as a means to the end. The end being I want to do stand up,
Yes.
right? So it's
Yeah.
like. If fame is what I got to do to get there, and I'm getting more comfortable with the idea, if that's what I got to do to get there, then fine, right? That's just part of the game.
I'm on the pod with Derek Humphrey. We were talking about that yesterday because he was
Speaking
talking
of
about
fame,
Speaking of fat,
by the way, RBO Cleveland.
He'll kill all of us.
Well, he's scary, man. When
he'll
he
eat
turns
us.
on, he'll be absorbed.
But because he books a lot of commercials, he's doing a lot more road stuff, and he's kind of revamping his stuff, and he's getting a manager from CAA.
Arby's,
And like,
Subway.
I mean, he's the guy's.
Have you guys heard of mukbang?
But he's doing a lot more stuff than he is, and he's also in that play that
Subway
Brett
should get a
Raybould
fat
wrote.
guy to distance themselves from pedophilia.
There you go.
You know Brett Raybould?
He's so not.
It's like I've eaten 7,000 Subway sandwiches a day and I haven't died.
I don't have time to fuck kids.
Don't get the sauce and you'll be fine.
I don't know. I don't care anymore.
Yeah, so yeah.
Sorry.
No, but he was talking about how the business side and being famous is part of the work. You
It
can be
is.
an artist for nobody, and it's like, what's the pride in that?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
it's okay,
absolutely.
fine, die like alone, like with no like, cool, you did it.
Yeah.
You know, like this, the idolizing the struggling artist thing is a retarded thing to do. You have to be good at the business
It
side.
sucks. It's
And
and
wait,
it's-
you're saying Derek doesn't want to be a starving artist?
What do you mean doesn't want? He's not at risk.
Oh my god. yeah.
It's not on his radar at the moment.
That's one thing Derek idolizes. It's starving.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
But it is part of doing the work, you know. People don't want to do the. It's just, yeah. I guess I don't know. The fame stuff can be gross, but it is part of the work. The struggle is keeping your integrity while you're doing it, I think.
Yeah, and ultimately I've also like kind of come to terms with I don't think that really happens to anyone. Like inevitably everyone falls, right?
What do you mean?
Like
Oh yeah, you have to.
it's
It's
a Louis C.K. thing. Like you're not meant to be on top of the mountain forever.
yeah.
They're gonna
exactly.
they're gonna find something like
So
someone's
he
gonna
was
take you down.
meant to jerk off in front
Someone
of
was
those
meant to,
women.
yeah. Honestly, guys, like he didn't do anything. No, I'm kidding. Bad example. But
Just the way business
it's
showbiz.
it's the people that control it. That's the issue.
He asked. Yeah. I do think that was better for his career. My person, and again, I don't know anything. I'm probably wrong.
It was not better for his career.
That's a wild take.
I think
I think he's a better comic because of it. But I don't think it's better for his career.
No, but better comic. But I mean, long lasting also. Like I do think his 2017.
There's one thing we know about Louis: he's not long lasting.
You don't know that. Why?
I know two women who beg to differ.
I think if it.
I know more.
If he didn't last long, what are they complaining about? He's so short. You know who is long lasting? No, but I thought he was approaching the Chappelle thing where it was like he started wearing suits in his special. He made that Daddy's Home movie that was like super artsy and kind of like out of place, and it was like, who's this unrelatable artsy fartsy French guy?
Okay, but the suit special was great.
Yeah, I not my favorite. And then after it just seemed like very honest, vulnerable Louis again.
Yeah,
and I feel like he had to be. And I do think with comedy, that's inherently important to be able to like have some kind of like angst that you're using to relate to the audience.
It is, and
so that's the only reason I do think that made it made his comedy better.
I would agree, and the more that I write comedy, that this is the shit that sucks is like the thing that feels vulnerable that you don't want to talk about. That's the thing that's gonna work on stage often.
Of course,
like
I feel like you have to get over it though and find the humor and the pain. It's like that's some of the real work.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people go on stage with stuff that they're vulnerable about, and it's just like...
Oh, it's just terrible, yeah.
Well, they're having a therapy session. Yeah. And it's like, this isn't fun for anybody.
But honestly, like, in the last like month and a half, I've started to understand more so why people say comedy is like therapy.
Yeah.
Because I feel like when people say they're usually bad, and I was very much someone who, like, I would write jokes, but every joke I wrote, like, you know, I didn't object. Like, ultimately the goal is to...
work through some,
and if it happened to be vulnerable, great. But now it's like, okay, that vulnerable stuff is the shit that sets up the stakes for a very good joke, right? The really personal stuff. And even though it sucks to talk about, it's kind of cathartic in a way. So I see why comedians get so comfortable doing it.
It also builds your voice.
It does. It really does.
And when you're constantly being vulnerable in an honest way, then you start to build a voice. You start to build a fan base that knows your sensibilities, and then the jokes are closer. Because it's like when you go in, it's like performing for your own audience. You go on stage and like it's like Dan. He goes on stage and everybody knows Dan. So when he says something,
everyone knows something's wrong with him. we all got that.
But Cal was here yesterday. He's a guy who is staying upstairs at the moment in one of the rooms, and he was at the last roast show, and he was talking about how funny Dan was, even though he bombed a few jokes. And he said that, and he kept being like, "Well, I didn't know he bombed or whatever." And I was like, that is the beauty of roast battles, that everyone knows each other so much that when a joke misses, we all know the judges so much that like it's still funny.
Yeah,
it's funny to bomb, and it's like your vulnerability and you being honest on stage does build your own character.
This is a tangent, but Sarah, we were talking about after the show. She goes, Dan, I love how you just always keep swinging. And I told her I had another big swing and a miss that Jay really bailed me out of talking over the bomb because it was like I was talking about the flood and like how his kid. Oh, he said like his kid drowned in the flood, and I go like, oh, is your kid also black?
No, that got a laugh.
No, it
Did it not?
It like felt like a bomb, but Jay talked over it. I think that's certainly what it does.
That's a great one. That's a great one, dude. Derek had this amazing. I'm so happy I was able to follow it, but Derek had this killer riff about Jerlon, the guy Roast Battling was black. He was like, Jerlon, you had a lot of big pops. Big pops is also what they call you at the barbershop. That's such a brilliant turn.
Yeah.
You know, it's so funny. I feel like whenever comedians talk about like vulnerability and art, because like, you know, the next day we're going to post the corniest clip of all time.
Yeah, of course. It's gay. Comedy is gay. Being vulnerable is gay.
It's all gay.
But there is to act like stand up and like real stand up is not art is also incorrect.
No, that's insane. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
All right, Greg. Well, I'm done prying you about your childhood, but it is cool that you're of the ilk and you grew up around stand up. I don't think that's I think it's pretty rare for some. How old are you?
25.
So you're 25, but it's so cool that you grew up around like legends that I'm like pushing 35.
Yeah, man.
And like those are the people that I looked up to the most, and it's like that was your childhood. So it's like you do have this old school comedy stuff kind of ingrained in you, which is awesome. The only other question I do have about all that is do you feel any kind of pressure? Like
Not
to be
really,
like
honestly.
you don't walk around kind of like
Dude, I think everyone thinks I'm gonna suck
yeah
before they see me.
sure
So when I don't, they're just pleasantly surprised.
yeah.
So like,
So you don't.
not really. Like,
Do you
even
think that'll ever be a thing?
ever? Probably. I mean,
Yeah.
I think internet comments are always gonna be mean, but
Do you
I think
get a
at
lot-
its what?
You get a lot of that.
Not
Sorry,
really.
I
Most,
interrupt.
most of the time they're pretty flattering. But
I do like the first time we put up a reel of you where somebody's like, oh, no, it's funny as dad. And then the reply to that is like, no, yeah, you can't be funny when you grew up with a silver spoon in your mouth. And I just read that like every time I hang out with Greg, it's always about how he doesn't have money or how he's running around to like dress up as Spider-Man or get on a 4 a.m. bus to go sell tickets on the street in Atlantic City.
Yeah, dude.
yeah, I mean, I see the point. Clearly, we have different backgrounds. But like, no, I don't feel not really. I mean, I think where I would. No, I'm not even. That's not even true. I don't really feel pressure. No, I think like, I feel like there are not many juniors that are good at comedy. So to me, I'm like, oh, I'm playing with house money. Like
Yeah.
people will watch me because they're curious. Some people will, and if I stink, that's what they expect. And if I don't, then great. It's an extra fan.
What if you just start going by Junior?
So I've had people recommend that to me.
Really?
And
Ugh.
I think that's the most pussy shit that's
Yeah,
ever.
that's super. Yeah, fuck that.
Especially because I look like a little boy. So
You know,
It's just a weird thing. Yeah, you're not a black.
I think it'd
comic.
be I was gonna say
That's
that
a black comic and a cowboy.
It would be the move if you did black rooms, if you just went up as Junior.
Jesus Christ.
Just start studying.
Up next
Gary
at Harlem
Owen.
Nights,
Well-
Junior.
Looks like another reason to not do black rooms. Kidding. I would love
Add
to.
that to the list.
I would.
Imagine instead of Richard Pryor's son in that Apollo clip, it's
that was
you.
brutal.
Me, yeah.
That's a brutal clip. Have you seen that? He just gets
I
fucking
feel so
booed
bad.
off
I've met.
stage,
He's a
yeah.
super nice guy too.
Oh yeah, I bet. But he was just doing his dad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's the problem with that particular one is he's just doing his dad.
So I tried doing that too. That's the other thing about the nice
I
thing
bet,
about like
yeah.
because I started like everyone, like I did mics. Like it's like to me there was just no other way to do it. And I tried to be my dad for like 2 months. And after that, I was like, I'm like, clearly, everyone was like, dude, you're clearly a bitch. Like, why are you trying to do your dad? Because I remember distinctly there was a 2-day period. Day one, I went up and I was like, I get absolutely no pussy. And then people came up to me after and were like, dude, you clearly don't get no pussy. Like, you're something. And the next day I went up and was like, I'm crushing pussy. And everyone's like, no. Not that either. Both wrong.
I like that. That's hilarious. Just a massive overcorrection.
Yep. That's what you got to do. That's what you got to do to find out how people perceive you.
I mean, dude, but you are grinding, and every time I see you, you're better.
Thanks. Yeah. No, it's
You're
all
a
you know,
really good
putting the
comic,
work
so that's
in.
Cool. Yeah. All right. You want to do worst of the week?
All right, so worst of the week. So, Greg, I hadn't explained this segment to you yet, but RBL Weekly, every week they do a countdown of the best battles. We do the opposite. We watch one that stinks in a fun way.
I love it. I'm on board. I'm on board, baby.
And for this week, we have a very dear friend of the show, our boy Josh Levy. He's a man. He's Josh.
No, I don't.
Okay, so Josh's thing, he's really more of like a finance bro and a behind the scenes guy than a real comic. He's and like I think this might have actually been the first time anyone booked him on a show, which is what he told me.
No, dude. Did you do it as a bit?
No, I just was like he just came and hung out a bunch of times and wanted to do one, so I was like, all right, let's get you on. But then I put him against Carson Olshansky,
Burn your fan
who
base.
is gonna be dead named in this clip, unfortunately, which Scott will edit out, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. but yeah, Carson really was a very doing this matchup was crazy, but also we'll see why. I thought that this would be a fun one.
Did not go by Carson anymore?
There's still Carson.
Oh.
No, the dead name is going to be what's said in here.
Oh, I see.
But yeah, Carson is the yeah.
That's
That out?
But
bombing
maybe
with a
I
dead
lied
name
in
is
my
tough.
intro. Maybe this is going to be a really close, even matchup.
Let's roast! I'm really excited to be here sharing the stage with Josh Levy, a comic who you might know from when Gabby brought them up just now. Josh, thank you so much for taking time out of begging bisexual women to let you give them a massage to be here today.
Wow, I was going to say thank you for having your mom call my mom to schedule this play date. It's funny that you mentioned giving me a massage because Clara, looking at her, you can tell that they're not very sexually active, which is why I think it's so brave that they keep doing these roast battles where they get fucked on stage by more attractive comedians. Clara's actually so not sexual that instead of bottom surgery, they're just going to have the doctor seal up the hole that they call a vagina.
You know, I've never seen anyone look more like they own swords.
I thought about it so often.
Josh, you look like you start every Tinder conversation with, you know, when I was in Japan.
Clara, that is so not fair. You taught English in Japan. You're stealing my culture. No, Clara and I actually both have struggled with eating disorders. For me, it was anorexia. For Clara, it was bulimia. I thankfully overcame mine. However, Clara still vomits garbage content all over her autistic followers.
Thank you, Neville. Clearly about him. Josh says their friends live all across the country. Yeah, okay, and my girlfriend lives in Canada. Josh, lesbians who've ghosted you don't count.
I had a lesbian ghost me recently. It was tough. Clara's dad actually had a career in comedy before settling down to start a family. Thankfully, Clara never has to worry about that because their deeply held belief that they're unlovable will prevent them from ever finding a family.
Jesus Christ. Speaking of deeply held beliefs, Josh is afraid of success. But I wouldn't worry about that. Josh is 50% Israeli, but they bomb 100% of the time.
Clara told me that to get out of a funk, they like to go on sad little runs. Clara, you didn't need to use the words sad and little. That's just your whole vibe. No one's ever looking at Clara like, oh my god, I love watching Clara's happy, big life.
Last joke. Josh is friends with 11 of their exes.
True.
So yeah, Josh can pull. Couches upstairs when they're helping 11 women who aren't having sex with them move. Oh, I remember when I used to need props.
That's good. Well, I actually got this for you, Clara, because it's so clear you're a burnt-out gifted kid that I'm sure the last time you were happy was getting a report card. So I did make you a report card for your adulthood. Ooh, and I'm just going to read it down. We've got 4 categories: personality, looks, finances, and social life. Personality is a C. Clearly anxious and insecure and needs to put more effort into playing well with others. For looks, it's a B, not bad.
This is really worth the long walk.
Hey, I'm trying new things. I always bomb, right? Claire has made a lot of progress going from a mid-femme to a somewhat attractive non-binary tomboy. Good for them. Oh man, this.
I want to point out, you know how many times Josh has cheated me in this set alone? They're non-binary.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I am, yeah. That's bad.
No, please keep going. Everyone's enjoying it.
Finances. God, this is just a bad joke. When I asked Clara about their finances, they said, my parents and grandparents I'm rich, but I'm not.
When I asked Josh if they were rich, they said, yeah.
And then social life, B, Clara has a following, which means that they get the spillover friendships in the Brooklyn comedy community that couldn't make it with Lucas Arnold.
How does Max Zabadow's dick taste?
Pretty good.
That was brutal. I mean, dude, every time I feel like every time I see like a nervous, unfunny Jewish guy on stage, I want white men to never do comedy again. I don't know if you guys do this. I have this bit with a couple of my Jewish friends that every time I see a bad Jewish comedian, I send them like 20 seconds of their set, and I just write like one of yours. And they'll just say to me with Latino comedians, that's how I feel with that guy. That's a one of yours guy.
Oh man, the
Carson
problem is the rest of
rules.
them run the world.
Yeah.
They don't
Put me
care
on a
if they're
list.
funny.
It felt like Carson was just calling Josh they just to fuck with him. Like,
Yeah, like no
this
one
is
else
like
would. I refused when I met
non-binary
him.
world
Yeah.
domination.
You know what's wild is what? So it's Carson and Josh.
Yes.
Josh lost the non-binary card by battling Carson.
Yeah, they switched. It's like
I
racing
think
for pink
I think
slips.
literally I think after that, like shortly after that, Josh went back to he.
He should have had to go to she after that.
Yeah. Josh up there, he's like, that's a they.
But yeah, that also rules because like the book on Carson is like low energy, kind of like writing over performance. But that was a lot of Carson was like really just fucking him up on just interrupting him.
It was pretty like back, like kind of like here's there's a couple fine ones. I mean, Josh did ruin a couple. He like added. He had a couple.
It was
good
not
jokes.
a back and forth. Josh ate
It
a
was.
cock.
It wasn't. It wasn't.
He flailed. He flailed for sure.
It wasn't super bad till the end.
The
The end was like that.
end
was
was
I mean,
brutal.
also it did
brutal,
feel
yeah.
crazier in the room, but yeah, the end. 'Cause
Sure.
The way that it felt too was Josh put. It was like Josh put like 100% of himself, his essence, into
Yes.
that first joke.
He also ruined a couple of his
And,
jokes.
Yeah,
by
but
adding tags.
that first joke, it had like 4 parts, and he clearly put all of it. And sometimes you do that where you like swing as hard as you can and try to hit a home run, and you only hit like a single maybe, and then the other person just flips it on you. You're just done. You're dead.
Yeah.
What was you said that the Josh is not a comic?
He's more of a actually, fun thing about Josh, he went to clown school in France.
That makes sense.
Got it. Okay.
Now he's back. He's still very involved. He produced like a roast that never came out, unfortunately, where we roasted Max Avidow, who came up in that.
Oh, that's cool.
Like he was trying. It was a cool idea. He was trying to do like influencer roast, where
Yeah,
he, like
yeah,
have a
yeah.
day at some comics with TikTokers with like huge followings. Another thing he's doing, he made another series with Isaac Knox. They're the lyric like it's a rap thing where they like a lyrical miracle where they explain a song. But yeah, very good behind the scenes stuff, as we could see. Camera.
He seems like a behind the camera type of person.
As Carson so brilliantly said, I wouldn't worry about that, buddy.
Yeah.
The idea that you're gonna pull out a prop at the end after flailing and it's gonna
Yeah.
fix it is almost like zero. How many have we watched where someone pulled out a prop at the end and it's just nothing?
I kind
Have
of
a
respect
prop
that.
compilation.
Really?
Yeah, because like I said, if he's already losing,
We
fuck
should
it.
do a prop
Yeah.
compilation.
Like do a weird. That would be fun, hilarious. But you're already losing. Take a weird swing. Do something different. It was bad, but at least
Yeah.
like it was. I mean, honestly, it was such a like. This is the problem with. You know what? No, I'm for it. I respect that he did
commit.
that.
I
He
will
committed.
say that. At no point did he seem nervous about doing it, even though he
That's
probably
not
should
true.
have.
committed.
He got
Well,
nervous.
after Carson was like, fuck you. I mean, he was in the middle of it, and she was like, yeah, this is worth it.
It was.
Huge
It was.
pop.
It was a
He
creative.
kept doing it. She said something else,
Hey.
huge pop, and then he finished it. And it was like,
It was a very creative way to bring up hack jokes.
yeah. I mean, a report card. I wrote you a report card. Is it brutal?
It's a good idea. It just didn't work even a little bit.
No. It was much cuter. One of the only props I've seen work is when Eric brought Gabby a thing of broccoli.
That was very funny. No, Eric's the prop. Eric's quite good with props.
Yeah,
Also,
he's
when he
good.
dressed up in a sumo costume for Big T, was very funny.
He also has great jokes always too.
Yeah, that's
so it's
true,
like
yeah.
you don't have to worry about the prop doing the lifting. That's not the case.
Yeah.
I tried
But
to
yeah.
during Sarah's battle. I tried like when you suck on a glass and your lips get really big.
Sure.
I tried to find a way where I could do that and battle with like big goofy ass.
Oh man.
That didn't work.
You just put your mouth in a vacuum.
Yeah, but then you can't talk is the problem.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well,
But yeah, I wish. It's too bad Carson retired from roasting, and that's the thing that also is weird with the politics of it. I've had a few people tell me that they're just afraid of being part of like this type of edgy comedy, given like the larger political landscape.
whatever.
Yeah, it's too bad. I wish it wasn't the case because as we could see, that was awesome. We would love to have more Carson battling.
This podcast got real sad all of a sudden, guys.
No, you got to do. You got to do the least the safe show, Comedy Fight Club.
I mean, Carson wouldn't do that either.
I know, but that's like anyway. We don't have to do that. All right. Well, I don't have anything else.
It's yeah. Okay. I guess let's do let's do plugs. Greg, what do you want to plug?
I don't really have anything I want to plug. Follow me on Instagram, Greg Giraldo Jr. Follow me on YouTube, also Greg Giraldo Jr. Follow me on TikTok, also Greg Giraldo Jr. I have a couple headlining dates coming up this summer. I will plug those on there. I'm in Ohio, I believe, in August. I'm in Michigan in September. And other than that, they'll be on my Instagram.
Thanks for doing the pod, Greg.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Man.
Also, everyone, check out Roast Battle NYC. It's going to be your hub for all RBL stuff. I'm working on the database. I'm adding the RBL weekly stuff to it today. It's driving me insane. I was up at 5 a.m. today because my tokens reset at 3 a.m. I'm making no money. I'm losing money. Please use the website. Make me lose more money.
The website is awesome. Go to Grove34.com, G34productions.com. We have a new short film coming out with Daniel J. Parafan and Dan Soder is playing the main bad guy. It's been the Austin Film Festival later this year, and then Tinklebox with Joe List is up there now, so check it out.
Look like we're gonna leave this party with somebody else's lady. I know that you came to party, baby, 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 baby. Look like we're gonna leave this party with somebody else's lady.
Said I've tried